if someone asks you, are the two figures identical? They're asking for congruence, 합동. Okay? Congruence. Might as well cover it now. It's the next thing we're going to do. Congruent figures means two or more figures that are exactly the same. Exactly the same. Now, congruent can mean congruent just means these two are exactly the same size, exactly the same shape. So if I have two shapes that are exactly the same and one of them is like tilted or like flipped, that's still congruent. Okay? So they're still identical. Does that make sense? So if you move, so think of me, I'm me, right? If I suddenly move here, I'm someone else. How do you know? I might be someone. I might be Daniel here. I might be like Faniel here, like Laniel here. Is that how it works? Well, okay. Right? So think of it that way. This thing, just because it moved here, is not suddenly a completely different thing. Okay? It's in a different location, but it's still identical. It's still the same thing. Okay? If I take this thing, flip it, rotate it, it's still the same thing. If I take this chair, and if I move it here, it's no longer the same chair? No, it's still the same chair. If I put it like this, it's no longer the same chair? It's still the same chair. It's another thing if I take it and then like, wow, like stretch it or something. Then it's no longer the same chair. Does that make sense? Congruent. This chair and that chair are congruent. They're identical. Okay? So, this is what I mean when I say rigid transformation. When we talk about rigid transformations, does that make sense? Okay. So, when they say, are they identical? It was kind of like a trick question. They are identical, they're just in a different location.